Ah, THQ, I can't wait. Oh, they're kind of dead. I don't care where their name went. THQ's dead, man. I've done enough videos about it. Hey, it's Matthew. You know, I can't just play garbage third-person weird-ass games forever, so I hope you don't mind something different with actually one of my like really underrated series from last gen, deBlob, as you can probably see from the video. Specifically, deBlob 2, because there's no point in playing deBlob 1, because deBlob 2 is just way fucking better in every way. A lot of history behind this series, honestly, that I like actually kind of followed pretty consistently. I really liked my Wii at the time, and I always kind of championed any decent to great third-party games, especially since, you know, there are a lot of third-party games on the Wii, obviously, but only there was like a certain amount that was like, you know, stuff you'd actually recommend. deBlob 1 was certainly one of them. But deBlob 2 came out on pretty much everything else. Did it come on PS3? I'm assuming it did. And Xbox 360, and it was kind of a mistake. I'll talk about that in a bit. So our first level is Paradise Island. Let's fuck it up. Alright, so you don't really need to have played or watched the anime of deBlob 1 to even, you know, follow deBlob 2 at all. It's not that type of a game, but here's our boy. He's deBlob. He kills people in 50s and 80s movies. That was a bad joke. Anyway, so I think this is the little ship that we got after deBlob 1, and he has the magic power of God to bring back color and life into the world. It's a lot of responsibility for a weird globule man. As to Sir Chocolate, I believe. And they do it with the visuals, eh? There's not really any text per se in the cutscenes. I mean, there's tutorial stuff, obviously, that needs to impart some information. But these horrible, horrible, non-colorific people, I think it's like General Ink or something, I forget his name. And he hates color. You know, hates it. And we have to kill him. Yeah, I think his General Inky Winky, I forget his name. Yeah, I gotta murder him. Here, take this fax. Just came out of like her midsection, there's not even a slot there. So that's Paradise Island, we gotta bomb it to hell. It's the only way to be sure. So literally, General Ink, again, I'm calling him that until the game corrects me, I'm sure it will eventually, exploded out of the ending of the first game and just wound up on a random island. So you do this shit while it loads, which is good. I like that. Hey, you even change colors and shit. The Comrade Black, Mr. Black. It's a famous holiday spot. I hope he hasn't wrecked it. Worst vacation ever. So that's Fi, Minna, you know, whatever you want to call her. Pinky, that's good enough too. And as deBlob, we are part of the Militaire Sans Frontières. Clouded in mystery, colored with an indefinable and rebellious attitude, and also has several fetishes. So what do you do in deBlob games if some of you don't know? Well, I'm deBlob, and you take different colors into yourself. You're kind of morph into every single color of the rainbow, and like this area is already fine. It's already got life breathed back into it. It's kind of like Okami, but it's like the deBlob of Okami, you know, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. So we're gonna go over to this little island coming up here, and if we touch this, obviously it turned into that. And I think in deBlob 2, one of the features is that he gets bigger and bigger the more colors he takes in. I believe color Lagoon, let's go there. So I think over here there's a little less color. I have to cross here to get to the next island. Water washes you clear, so if you touch any sort of like just regular water like that, yeah, it just becomes kind of non-colorful, just as I suspected. So fortunately, purple, fantastic color, is there, and to do this, Gonna have to paint up everything else, especially these buildings. If people don't want them purple, it's kind of too late. Sorry, I'm making these decisions now. Yeah, and I think for this game, if you slam into these things, it just kind of just does this life bomb and brings back everyone that was dead, I guess, and it destroys those effigies. Fuck you. There's a new effigy. I'm your god now. So then now we can see that some buildings are flashing red and some are blue, so they actually need to be painted those colors because that's how this world works. And once we've done enough of these buildings, I think those transform engines shoot out. In which case you can sort of bring life again in one gigantic, horrible burst of screaming agony. So he loves it. It's alphanumeric. So this is cool. This is like your ring, which basically shows you all your objectives. So it tells you where paint is. So purple paint is that way, blue that way, red and so on and so forth. And your objectives are also painted. You can just make that go away just by pressing Y, which is pretty neat. So it lets you wander around if you want, just like on your own volition. Or if not, just get the compass. It's kind of like what Isaac Clarke does, but without the horrible space murder. These sound so great, but I know what to make them look even better. Style pickups, add cool patterns. Yeah. Forgot about this. Yeah. So you got to do this and grab some funky shit, color boy. Boy Blob. Why didn't I say Bob Blob Loy? Fuck. Blob Boy. So yeah, that wants to be blue actually. I will do that for you, sir. Just give me a second. So there's nice, cute dogs. I don't know what that is. A Pikachu? I have no clue. Some type of Pokemon. So the other neat thing is that music plays a big role in deBlob, not in any real tangible gameplay way, but anytime you touch something, you can hear like a little jingle of a type of instrument, and it changes based on the color. So yeah, you hear that little guitar. So that happens with like everything. Every color has a kind of different associated instrument to it, which is really, really neat. Because this is a relaxing game, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like, you know, high stress. It's not like a ton of action, although there is like action in a platforming, like attacking sense, because we haven't found any enemies yet. But because they do that slight thing with the music, it just makes the gameplay feel a little bit more alive. Not to say that it feels dead or anything, but it's just a little tiny thing that they decided to do, which I think helps out. These people are Gradients. Let's turn them color against their will. Yeah, take that, you black and white mangas. Thanks for rescuing us. We came here for a holiday. We're working for that angry man. The others are still inside these gray beach huts. So yeah, I remember this too. If you do like a bunch of blocks of buildings, and this might be a time challenge, unless my eyes deceive me. So you get 30 seconds each time you do it. Oh shit, okay. Well, if I turn red like that, then go like here, this will release these horrible gradients, which is good. Yeah, and clock, I just forgot about this. You have an overall clock that's always ticking down. Now you can see it's like quite a big amount. It's 34 actual like minutes. But you want to complete as many objectives as you can before it ends. And I remember in the first one, it was a little rough because you could actually lose and you could not win, and it would start you all the way back in the beginning, and I remember that being kind of rough and a bit frustrating. That's why I'm playing deBlob 2, actually, because the first one did get a little frustrating, especially since it was a Wii U, Wii U, why would anything be a Wii U exclusive? It was a Wii exclusive, and it was fun for the most part, except for that frustration I just mentioned, but one of the worst parts about it is its control scheme. Overall, it was okay, but one thing was that jump was a like waggle up of the Wiimote, and it worked okay in most situations, but there were some where it almost did not work well, like less than 50% of the time. And for this game, I mean, this did come out on the Wii, and I think they did change that from the Wii version, but since it came on 360 and PS3, I believe that I just defaulted to getting that version. Alright, so I think when you go into a cave, I might be thinking of another feature, but then the game might actually switch to something else. We'll see. Yeah! So yeah, something that the sequel did is give you little 2D sections. They're a little bit more puzzle-orientated, but they're still pretty neat. And you use your girth, and you girth it just by using your girth. Just smash through that stuff, but it takes a lot of your like ink power. It was like up to 100 before, now it's down to 16. So I think THQ Nordic owns the Blob now. Now, Blue Tongue Software, the development studio that made this, which is an Australian studio, I believe, and the Wii version rather was like a huge success, especially for a third-party Wii game. Like it sold, like I think almost like 1 million copies, maybe more, and that's what spurred them to go, oh well, we got to make a big success out of that, so let's put on other consoles. And I don't think the Blob 2 did nearly as well. I don't know across all the other consoles if it did, or if it was just like the 360 and PS3 versions that didn't do too well. But after that, they were closed, unfortunately. But like a lot of Australian developers, sadly, were getting closed because I guess the bubble burst. I always read that like Australia got like way too many studios way too quickly because of university courses and like schools that were like teaching on becoming a studio, and a bunch of developers like came out of that. But it was just too much, and maybe Australia's government didn't spend enough money. I don't really know the reason why Australia kind of just lost all its developers. Maybe it was just the market crash, 2008. Don't really remember the reason. Then we need to shine a little color energy open this way, get into that lighthouse. That's not how light works, but I'll get in there, don't worry, I will. Alright, we need purple somewhere. Gotta find that. And you can't use your compass in these 2D sections, which I guess makes sense because there's only so many different directions you can go into. Last switch is yellow. Yeah, I think so. Some of these stages work like this, where there's a certain amount of switches you have to hit with different colors. I remember these 2D sections having pretty, I wouldn't say mega diverse things that you're doing, but you're almost always doing something slightly different. Like you're always moving, you're always progressing the next bit. But it's kind of a puzzle to figure out what the next thing you need to be doing is. So this is the life bomb, as we've discussed. I even remember seeing THQ had plans to turn deBlob into like an animated show. I don't think that anything came about that. Inspire me. So increase Blob's starting lives to 2, which is good. Increase maximum size to 120, also good. Increase maximum armor to 2, and decrease charge cost to 20. Can I do this? I can't actually. I actually really fucking can't. That's bad. I need one more inspiration. You're my inspiration. But I don't. I think I got them all, so I guess I'll just increase. No, I want this. Let me look really quickly to see if there's like one like hanging out like really close by. Alright, give me. Yeah. So yeah, now I give me maximum size 120. I get that's like kind of your like health, I guess. So, well, 100 was the standard. I don't know. I don't think I've ever beaten the Blob 2. I did beat the first one on the Wii, so there's that. That's my deBlob street cred. Like, I always kind of wish that you could have like custom soundtracks for the Blob games. So, you know, slap on some Limp Bizkit, some Metallica, whatever you like. And I think that would breathe new life into the franchise, obviously. Of course I would. Of course I would think this dumb, stupid idea is a good idea. It's not. Don't listen to me, kids. Thank goodness you're here. Came here as Comrade Black. Hate that guy. Those refuse to work here. Put on prison barges. Paint the ships red and free our comrades. It can only be red. As long as you keep doing objectives every so often, I think it's really hard to run out of time, especially in this version of the game, rather than like the first deBlob. But you also don't want to be farting around too much, because I do think that takes a little bit too much time if you just try to paint every single thing. Because I think once you've cleared an area, you can still go back and like do 100% of cleaning up everything. I think that's how it works. At least it has been a little while, and the game has not revealed this to me. See, I'm playing this on my Xbox One because the 360 version of deBlob was re-released, and as long as you have the disc of that, you can just play it for free. And I think, you know, to buy the 360 version again, I think it's like $20, something like that. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's the standard price for all 360 games re-released on backwards compatibility on Xbox One. I don't know if this is on PS4 and such. I want to say it might be, but yeah, again, I haven't researched that. But I'd like to think if THQ Nordic brought this version back, that they would have done so for other ones. And I don't think this is on the Switch. Maybe. Again, Correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am. All right, what we gotta do? Is it true that we all go? You are all free now! Where were you going, Roly Poly? Oh, Jesus, he just left. Okay. So red, yeah, it's what you want. Can only be this. We're only inspired with red. You know, fair enough, I guess. Oh, wait, no. Now, no, the bottom part needs to be yellow. Oh, shit. So this, okay. Yeah, I remember these parts now. It strategically wants you only to hit certain parts of the building with a certain color. So you gotta jump and, like, fuck off. Oh, no, see, I fucked it up real bad, like. So, yeah, that one's okay. Red, and then bam. No, wait, no. Red's back over here. Yeah. Okay, good. And that gets, I remember some parts later get really, really tricky like that. And it's weird. It's an interesting way to put difficulty into a game that's not inherently difficult, but I mean, there's kind of a learning curve. Okay, I have to get a Comrade Black Slayer while he's probably busy doing something. I don't want to know. And then we'll kick his ass. I roll up to the pinky icon when you're ready to finish the level, and like a pinky demon from Doom just shoots out, and you're like, this one wasn't what I was expecting. Bonus challenges. So they're there if you want, but you can just end the level like Pinky said. So there's Pinky's icon, so let's do this. So this is Comrade Black's secret weapon, a huge cannon. That's getting dark. It's suspected he has used it to escape from the island. Who knows what he's doing now? Gross. We need to get after him. Are you ready? Completing this challenge will finish the level. Are you sure? I'm good. Hold up. I don't know what I'm quite doing when I do that. All right, let's get a bit big. I think there should be like one more color we have to do. Okay, green. Those are the colors. Red, blue, green, RGB. Can't fuck with it. Get out of here, yellow. It's all about RGB. Yeah, give me that orange crush. God, I haven't drank an orange crush in literal years. Yeah. Now we're gonna turn the death cannon into a life cannon. Hopefully we shoot life. Okay, so all it did was shoot us downtown. So let's take a look at that one. Downtown Prisma City, crowded, polluted, and busy. They could use a little color. It smells. Yahoo! Alright, kind of left Pinky behind, but oh, she's quite fast. He's like, oh man, what a shithole. Work. And all these gradients look up at deBlob and they're like, is that Jesus? That cat's amazing. What a goblin. Oh, is that getting weird? Scientology? Politicians? Man, you gotta rock this joint, deBlob. Everyone's like, that's disgusting. You came all over us. Take that stupid nappy off. Can I draw some Hitomi boobs? I can't. It's actually super hard. Those aren't boobs at all, Matthew. You're very bad at this. I can't make dots to be... This is awful. I can't draw them. So, yeah, I remember this level being super massive. It only starts out with 14 seconds, but I think there might be, like, different districts and shit. We shall see. Whoa, looks like I need that. Okay, yeah, we need to like bring all the paint. Like, there's no paint available in that level world, so we have to bring it back in here to like even give us the ammo we need to freak out all these squares outside. But like, I think there's even a color later we get brown or something, and brown, like, what are they supposed to make that sound like, right? Like the brown note? I don't know, but I think it actually sounds like a mix board, kind of, as if memory serves. So it sounds like DJ Han from Linkin Park is suddenly in deBlob, as he should have been. Because I'm just thinking about how this game actually plays, like how the missions are laid out, how kind of sort of relaxing, but not too relaxed. Like, it would be a perfect fit for the Switch, or any portable system, really. So I don't know. I don't know why it might not be yet. Because I don't think new work has been done in the game. Like, it's just gotten these like backwards compatibility ports. Again, maybe there was like a PS4 version that I'm just completely forgetting. There you go. That's what I was talking about. I can't. I'm not a human beatbox. Yeah, that's what the other instrument should have been. It should have been a guy going, praise me. Remember me! And just big flames come out of the Blob's mouth. It would be amazing. Everyone's stepping out to enjoy the color revolution, even against their will. But what if I don't want to, like, go out and fight the gradients and stuff? Do I gotta? Am I enlisted in this color revolution without my, like, consent? Oh, shit. I forgot there's some Prince of Persia shit in this thing. How much insight do I have? How much Madman insight do I got 12... 20, armor, armor, sure, I'll take armor. It's still weird, but I'll take it. Oh shit, paint bots. You can also mix colors. Slam these things with your giant ass. Like this. So I guess that's good because you don't have to like always go back to like the paint well, for lack of a better term. If these things are kind of hanging around, you can just kind of get one really fast. Let's clean out those ghettos. I mean, let's color the world. deBlob 2. There's wall running shit. Okay, that just doesn't even take it. Those white tiles are designed to remove color. According to the plaque, they've been donated by Papa Blanc. You have to jump in wall runs to avoid touching these tiles. They're evil. Do not touch these evil tiles. Look how crazy this fucking world is. There's hover cars and there's weird little blobs and Pikmin. I don't know what those are. And it's just, there's the sound of a DJ just mixing when you're brown. This is a video game. Now this crazy painting challenge. Got to target the evil paint bots. Slam it. Alright, cool. Now what? Switch to target. Red paint bot. It's green. You can mix the colors, I guess. So if I want green, I slam that asshole. Bam, bam. Then you have to mix the colors to get the ones you want sometimes, because then they don't put like red there. But if you turn, or they don't put purple. So then if you're red, you slam into blue, and then you'll become purple. Because that's color theory, kids. I took a color theory class. I think I passed it. I know what you're thinking. How could you not pass basic color theory class? Well, it was different. It was different. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, it was like an art class. And there's way more to it than that. So whenever you make a bunch of bullshit colors together, like something that doesn't really mix, like yellow, what happens if you go into green? Oh, okay, whatever. Green and red, that makes brown. It's gross. To reject color is to be free. Blanca's the true path of illumination. Gray day is coming. Oh, what happens then? I don't even want to know. Oh, you can shrink to a little blob when you're in water form, which, okay, I guess doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But whatever. Now we should be able to fit through here. Yes. Are you the sign? Yes, you are. Get that Madman's insight? Yes. More Madman's insight. Yeah. I'm gonna start seeing some things, some amygdalas, whatever country you're from. However you pronounce it, they're gonna start appearing. I know it. This is good. I feel like that's good. Alright, cool. The cinema is back, and we can continue showing the blob porn. Like we always should have. We're ready to transform the roof off. Hit it! Where is it? I'll hit it when I see it. There you go. That's more like it. Pornhub is back in business, boys. All right, everyone. I think that is a pretty decent look at deBlob. Still really, really fun. I've booted this up multiple times over the years, and every single time I just wind up playing it for an extended period of time. I know this is a little bit different video from all the violent third-person shooters I've been playing recently, but if you have an Xbox or you see this in a bargain bin, whatever, and you're into this type of platforming stuff, I heartily recommend picking it up because it's still a really good time even to this day. I don't know if a sequel or anything will ever come out, but you know, hopefully maybe someday. Who am I kidding? Of course it won't.